I hope now the microphone works fine. I hope. Okay, it seems it works fine. So now I'm going to finish this game. Azure list. I thought this one, I have done this one. Kara, Abusir, 9 piece. Maybe I will just do this. So I start. We meet again. Your job in Maidun was impressive, but there are greater challenges coming. However, before you erect a pyramid in the royal necropolis, build the town, add gardens to the houses, and build a tribunal so the inhabitants will feel safe and happy. New edification. Happiness 200, this will be hard. About tribunal, 8 houses at level 4. And I don't have any house. But, well. I think it was not a very good idea to build these houses here. Wow, so many workers needed for this. Hello, Serinades. Welcome. Have you seen this game before? I don't know if it has an English translation at all. Yes, I think I found this game when I was searching. Yes, indeed, much prettier. I know Pharaoh, but I haven't played that one. I remember I was searching for something like a game inspired in ancient Egypt. I think Pharaoh is a very old game, right? Maybe this is why I tried this instead Pharaoh. Yes. So I think the graphics of Pharaoh must be very outdated. But I think I should give it a try anyway. This game is beautiful, especially for the monuments. You will see when I build this monument, it's very beautiful. That's interesting, I didn't know about those. I will give them a check. They are the same style as this one. What kind of games are those? More like storyline? I mean, with a storyline, or how it is? I enjoy this kind of games about ancient cultures and so. Oh, I understand. I know what do you mean. Soon I will be able to get the final building of this quest. So, do you also like historical games like this? Maybe not exactly about history, but I mean inspired in ancient cultures? Like Age of Empires, Imperium, and these kind of games? That's great. I admit that I have played Age of Empires, but the graphics are too outdated for me, at least I mean the old versions, so I didn't play much. But I really enjoy this kind of games. I think my favorite is Age of Mythology. I have played that one in a stream sometimes. Now to build the pyramid. I think this is the bent pyramid. Yes, the bent pyramid. The last challenge that I'm going to ask for you is to build a new pyramid with secret chambers and hidden ways, because I fear that my enemies steal the bent pyramid after my death. Also, you must build 4 houses so I can end my days in peace and luxury. So I have to build four country houses, have a farmer and a gardener. Sure. Hello, Angie. Enjoy the lurk. Enjoy, don't worry. I appreciate that you came. I'm going to use an amulet. I'm fine, and you, Angie? And yes, I agree with you, Serenades, but I think I am too much used to the graphics of Age of Mythology, and I find the graphics of the old Age of Empires like very old. I'm glad to see that you are great. Oh, and also I wanted to say, I think it was tonight, like my past night, that I wanted to go to your stream, but when I entered, you finished it. I saw you online, but I entered and you just finished it. So I hope next time. And don't worry, enjoy the lurk. And hope that your work is going great. Wonderful. Enjoy. And Serenades, I enjoy playing even old games. In fact, yesterday I played the first roguelike game that is called Roads. That it is indeed very old, I was giving it a try because I was very curious, and it was fine. I suppose that at the time it was like something very new and something not seen before. Oh no, I play it really because I just play it a bit, not streaming, just by myself, because it was the first time that I played that game. But now that you say it, maybe I should give it a try streaming. Not today, but maybe another day I can do it. Yes, I read about Angband too, but I prefer to. I read about Angband, about Moria, but I just prefer to go to the first one. It is because I'm thinking in doing, in developing a dungeon crawler. So I was reading about dungeon crawlers and roguelike games, and I think I have never tried any game like that before. I know how they are more or less, but never tried it. So I gave a try to the old roads. If you have any suggestions of more modern games that are also roguelike, but that are not too modern, like I don't mind the graphics too much, but I would like to try maybe a 1 decade old game, maybe. I hope I explain good enough. What is 7-day roguelike challenge? Tell me more about that, because if there is a challenge, I want to participate. Because last December, I published my games in itch.io, and last December there was a person making a challenge that it was develop 10 games that last for 10 minutes in 10 days. And I really wanted to participate in that, but I was too busy with other things. But I saved that challenge to do it myself this year. So tell me more about that 7-day roguelike challenge. What? Sorry, Serinaves. I'm sorry, Nightbot. Sorry. Um, can you? Yes. Sorry, I should tweak the bot. Can you say the link, but separating the .com, please? And I'm sorry. I'm going to tweak the Nightbot, or at least deactivate the... Oh, I see it. Okay, then if it is in its SEO, I will see it for sure. And when it's happening, you say that it's very soon, but probably... Okay, I saved that. 1 second. Thank you for saying. I think I should it starts 5 March. By that time probably I will be busy, but I will see how I can plan it. If I don't do it in that time, I will take the challenge and do it by myself in another moment. I like this kind of extreme challenge. My last game, I did it in 2 weeks. But a roguelike in 7 days, I think it's possible. But to do a game like this in such short time, well, not exactly like this, like any game in such a short time. Yes. I really enjoy this kind of challenge, and I even make challenge by myself. Like I remember some years ago, and one of the challenge was doing a game in the shortest time possible, in like 10 hours or so, and I ended making the game in just 2 or 3 hours. But this game only lasts for 5 minutes. Oh, but you mean a roguelike like Rogue? Like with that kind of style? So, if you know it's you, do you also do games? Do you also make games? I see. I develop games in RPG Maker just because I do it for fun. About code, I don't have much idea of code, but I can't edit code. I also tried in Unity, and I have some basic games made in Unity. But mostly the big projects I do them in RPG Maker. Even if not doing code, Having to apply the video game logic sometimes can be challenging. And oh, I'm sorry for that. Do you also have your games in itch.io? Have you published any? And by the way, feel free to tell what's happening for you in your life if you wish. I am always interested in talking the topics like psychology or whatever, so if you want to tell, it's fine, feel free to do it. And yes, I suggest you to put your games in itch.io. It's in my opinion, it's a great page. What kind of games have you done? What genre or what are they about? I'm curious about your games. What is Math Puzzle? How it is that? Maths puzzle sounds something like a quiz about math. I'm trying to imagine that, and it's hard to imagine for me. Maybe if I could try it, it will be a different. If I could try it, maybe I will understand better. But it sounds interesting. What is the goal of the game? Like, is there any end for the game? I think I understand. So you said the target number means, like, for example, if your target number is 80, then you get, and you have to do maths until reaching 80. I'm trying to imagine with an example, but not sure if I'm explaining good enough or I'm understanding wrong. Nice, it's interesting. I would like to try that game. It sounds like a game that you can try when you want to play something quick. I mean, not that you can finish it quick, but like when you want immediate fun, just for giving it a try. That's the kind of game that it looks like, and I like that. That's fun. I like this kind of challenging games. If you ever publish it, I would love to play it. Sure, thank you. I have made my greatest game. It's one based in my fantasy stories, and then I have an horror game, a few fun games, but I will edit these fun games shortly. I have also made a kind of space game, and also in Unity, my big project in Unity was a game composed of some levels of different genres. Like one level was for platforms, other level was for terror, other level was for racing. The link to my itch.io, it's in my about section. There you can check the games I have made. I have more, but the fun games I have put them in private because I want to edit them. So for now there aren't many, and I have ideas for some more. other than this dungeon crawler that I want to make and the 10 games challenge, I have been thinking in a kind of survival game, like you appear in an island and you have to survive. But I was thinking recently that I could extend that to make different survival scenarios, like it can be in an island, it can be in a forest, it can be in a desert. And then also another idea I have had is escaping from a room. And I think that's all for now. I am always trying to get new ideas. I don't pretend my games to be very big, but I just enjoy making games, so I want to keep doing games, even if they are small. Any kind of idea that I can do in RPG Maker, I want to try. I have had some ideas in the past that I wanted to make, but they were either too much hard or impossible. Like, for example, in this game about my fantasy stories, I wanted to add board games, and I planned the board games, but later when I wanted to design them in RPG Maker, it was impossible. I was researching for some time and doing some tests, but I think it's impossible, because making an artificial intelligence in there, it's pretty much impossible. I remember reading people trying to make a chess game in RPG Maker, and it was very, very, very hard, to the point that most people say that it's impossible. I found some people kind of doing a workaround to make something similar to chess, but that idea was like too much effort to be worth. So I have also reached that point of having an idea that I want to develop, but it was too much effort or too much or kind of impossible that it was just not worth. I bid you welcome to this new challenge. I'm the Pharaoh Djoser, and I desire that you transform the desert of Saqqara in one of the burial places most important of all Egypt. But before, you must build a town with 2 mansions for me and my court. Yes, I agree with you. It's very fun, and I have done some kind of crazy things in that I have not seen other developers doing. Like, I even made a small housing system in this space game that I made. I made some parts of the spaceship in the walls where you can put paintings, and you can change the paintings. You can put paintings in the space station and put the paintings in the wall, and you can select the painting that you want. And you can also do this with other objects, but for that one I think I didn't get too much complex, but I saw other people trying to do a proper housing, like placing mobiliary like chairs or tables and such in the houses. Not I think that is not very popular, but it was very interesting to see that at least a couple people try to do something like that. But indeed, it's hard. Doing a housing system in RPG Maker is possible, but very hard. It requires a lot of effort. For that, so if you like roguelike games, maybe I could tell you the ideas I have for my roguelike game, so you can say me your opinion if you think that it can be fun or not. Okay, so I was thinking, obviously these random dungeons with random treasures and random mobs, and I thought in making a hunger system so your health and power decrease with time, and the only way to regenerate it is by finding food in the dungeon. Like, food is part of the loot that you can randomly get in the dungeon or from the mobs. And of course I will make permadeath. I don't usually like the games with permadeath, but I think I should give it a try. And I have also thought in make the weapons to be also loot. Like, you can have a basic weapon for starting, I suppose that I should do that, but the weapons that you will be using over the adventure, they will be dropped from mobs or the dungeon itself. And I want to see if I can make these weapons to have durability, so they can get broken if using them too much. And the goal of the game will be to reach max level. In RPG Maker the max level is 99, so the player will have to reach that level. And now the thing that I'm not very sure about doing it like that, but I think it can be interesting. And the mobs, the level of the mobs in the dungeons will be random. Like, let me try to explain. I will do a bestiary, like specific mobs having a specific level. Like, for example, bats can have level 5 and skeletons can have level 90. And the enemies will appear in the dungeons randomly, even if you are low level. So if you are level 5 and you enter a dungeon, you can potentially find enemies that are higher level than you. So it is kind of dangerous because you could be one shot and just die. And in these cases, the best that the players should do is try to avoid the mobs and go to another dungeon. But I think there is a weak point in this, and it is how the experience will work. Because if only mobs give experience and you keep getting unlucky and you only find high level mobs and you can't kill them, then you can't level up. So maybe I should make more sources to get experience. Maybe loading treasures should also give experience. Or maybe this idea of the random level mobs, even if you are low level, is not very good idea. I don't know, I'm still thinking in how to do it. So this is basically the idea, the general idea that I have for now. Yes. I think the thing that I most want feedback is for the idea of mobs being random level, even like mobs appearing randomly even if they have high level while the player is low level. I don't know if this can be exciting or frustrating. Yes, I agree with that. Well, the fact that this is so long, I think it's not bad at all, because as roguelike games are mostly to see how far you can go, I think. So I'm thinking. Yes, you are right in the sense that it is very long, so there should be many different content. Yes. There is a point that you have made, and it's something that I wanted to avoid, because my first idea was making the mobs to scale with the player, but I have no idea, honestly, how to make mobs to scale at the same time of the player. But at the same time, I think it's a bad idea, because if mobs scale with the player, then there is not progression, because you will just facing the same mobs all the time and you won't feel powerful. Yes, I think I should make many different weapons, some more powerful than others. But also there is a risk in there, because if I make many weapons and they drop randomly, maybe the player can have a low level weapon to fight against a high level mob, and this will make the weapon to be useless. Yes, exactly. So I want to avoid doing that. Yes, I think there are many problems having the mobs appearing with random level. Yes, you are right in there, and that's very easy to do. I think the main problem that I find in my strategy is how to face the high level mobs when the player is low level, or don't have a proper weapon. I will have to think about that, because if the player is high level but the player doesn't have any good weapon, it's useless anyway. I hadn't thought in the weapons before, and now that I'm thinking, I think that's a very, very bad problem. Then I think I will give it a try to that game. I want to see how that game does. So I think when I finish this game, I can try this kind of roguelike games in stream. I see. Yes, this is another thing that I want to ask. In roguelike games, so the dungeons are not exactly random. Or because I was reading that the dungeons are random, but the dungeons are random and the enemies are random, but the more you descend, the harder it is, so I don't know exactly. Yes, avoiding dangerous monster. Totally. Even if planification everything, at the time I'm developing the game, I'm sure I will find the best solution. I see. Yes, maybe it will be good to have powerful items dropping in the floor. Or maybe okay, I think that gave me an idea. I think I should in all the maps, in all the dungeons, I should put at least a weapon that is the level of the enemies. Like for example, if I enter a dungeon with, but this thing is also a problem. I was thinking, if I enter a dungeon where enemies are level 50, then for sure there will be a weapon that is appropriate to kill this kind of monsters. But the problem with this is that then if the player is low level, it will be overpowered to kill lower level enemies. So unless I find a way to restrict the use, unless you have that level, it can be a problem. Maybe there is a way to restrict by level. So a player that is level 5 can't use a weapon that is level 50, for example. You know, when making games, it's not only thinking in the mechanics that will make the game good, but also the problems that come with those mechanics. And personally, I think fixing this kind of thing is more interesting than developing the main mechanics at all. I dislike fixing bugs, but fixing unintended behavior, it's fun for me. Oh well, I'm not sure what to say about that. I can get very tired. Oh, but you mean playing after the test? I mean, I feel very tired to test the game after I finished it. Like playing on purpose to find bugs or unintended behavior. I am very lazy for that, but it's something that it must be done anyway. Yes. It's hard and spend more time in a game than it took for developing. It's very hard. But it's a good philosophy, thinking like that. I think my biggest games can last for around 8 hours, but no way I developed them in 8 hours. But I get the point that if it is a game that is great to revisit later, even if you finish the story or whatever, that kind of games, I like it very much. In fact, there is a... how it is randomized content, like the dungeon crawlers that have the dungeons random. There is a game that I enjoy playing even if it is just entering the game and enjoying the landscape. That is called Rodina. Let me write it. I will always recommend that game. It's made by an indie developer. It's a space game and I love that game. I don't play it often, but I just enter that game sometimes just to enjoy the atmosphere, the explore for a bit. It's the kind of game that I just want to enter for the pleasure. I really recommend that game if you like that kind of games that you just enter because they are so immersive. And that game also inspired me a lot for my space game. Yes, it's really interesting. You can there is a kind of housing system for the spaceship. You can design how you want the interior of the spaceship and what things to put in the inside. And you can fly on to the planets. There is no loading screens. You can just go in the solar system and go to the planets, enter the planets, and they are very, very big. It's very cool. I think I followed that game probably for... I don't even remember. Probably more than 5 years. Maybe even more, I think. I don't remember very much. So long. I think other games that comes to my mind following what you have said is Spore. Probably that one is familiar to you. I have spent so many hours in that game. It's a wonderful game. I love that game very much. And the space the space stage is endless. You can spend so many hours in the space one. I remember I explored a quarter of the galaxy and I made alliance with the faction in the center of the galaxy that is the enemy of all the galaxy. And when I was allied with them, then all my other allies were against me. So I was friend with the civilization in the center of the galaxy, but the whole galaxy hated me. Then I just stopped playing that. I stopped playing that game. If I play again, I will start again from zero and never again get in alliance with them. If you like that kind of game that can last more than the time that it took to develop them, you should try Spore. Oh, 4 mastabas. I thought it was 2. Hello, Angie. How's everything going? No, I use the same streaming program. I use OBS. I have a table microphone when I stream this kind of... when I do this kind of streams. Oh, don't worry, Serinades. When I am doing this kind of streams with games and such, I just use a table microphone that is plugged into the computer. Okay. Yes. When I stream this kind of content, I use a table microphone that is connected to the computer. I only use the phone when I stream myself playing music. No, yes, but I mean that I don't know how to make that. I mean, how to bring another person and we both talk. Yeah, I think maybe when I explained it myself bad and you misunderstood. I mean that, for example, in a stream like this, how I could talk with another person with voice. Yes, I don't know how. Like, imagine a stream like this one, but how can I invite another person to talk with voice, a part of me? And then we are in Discord call. But how do you link that to Twitch? You can link Discord with Twitch of any way. Okay, I got you. Now I understand what you mean. Nice, nice. Thank you. Yes, yes, now I understand. That's a clever idea. Thank you for saying. That opens many possibilities when I want to do art talking. Sure, we can try, but give me a moment to open Discord in the computer. You mean in 10 minutes or 10 minutes from now? Okay. I open the Discord and I have it opened and prepared. But I must say, yes, take your time. But I must say that I'm still not very good at understanding other people talking English. I still miss some words. So if I don't understand you talking, if I don't understand everything, it's not your fault, it's myself. I talk English and listen people talking English every day, but I still need more practice. I think sure it's fine. And I think I started talking and listening English every day since I met my partner because we talk in English. And so thanks to my partner and to Twitch, I'm getting better at speaking and listening English. But I still need time. Thank you. Okay, so but I must say that I have never done um a Discord call in the computer. So it will also be the first time. Yes, that's great. And I'm sure that for a lot of people it's also like that. Especially I think people from Asia because they have it harder to learn English. I have done Discord calls. Sure. I have done Discord calls with phone, but I have never done with the computer, so it will be first time for me that. I hope it works fine. Sagara, your last challenge awaits. Imhotep had designed an interesting pyramid composed by multiple mastabas. I'd like also that you build a granary so to feed the workers and various mansions so I can supervise the construction personally. New edification. Happiness 250. One granary, 4 mansions. happiness that much is going to be very, very hard. Four mansions. Insane amount of workers that is needed to repair that. Wow. The mansion's breaking all the time. earning insane money now. Welcome back. I finished this quest and we can do the call. I will finish soon. I have a lot of resources. Sure, I'm curious about how it will work. Build the pyramid of Yosher. That's going to be done now. Sure, don't worry. We can... I almost finished it. Oh, die too. Almost. Pyramid of Yosher. One of the first pyramids ever done. And the happiness. Finish it. The golden necklace increases the speed of the resources. Okay, let's try the call. You can try to call me through Discord and let's see if I can see your call coming.
Hi. I don't know if you can hear me though.
Do you hear me? I think you hear me through the tweets, but I think I have the Discord silenced. Do you hear me? I think.
Okay, hold on. I muted your stream and I've heard myself on the stream. So it seemed to work.
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
on your Discord
It is because
parameters.
your voice is coming from my
And the dog is barking.
speakers. One moment. But it is strange because I'm playing the game with the speakers and it doesn't capture the sound. My microphone
We'll find a way. You just
doesn't
need to unmute your microphone on Discord.
Okay, now your voice should come through to my earphones, so you shouldn't hear yourself in the stream.
Okay.
I can hear you and the ops program.
Well, that's kind of sad though, because if I don't hear myself on the stream,
I think you hear. I think it should. I think you should hear yourself in the stream. At least my program detects your voice.
yes, I did hear it myself. But we still have the problem about your microphone is muted on Discord.
Oh yes, but I'm not. How can I unmute it? Because I try and it says the instruction to activate the microphone. It's in the help center. The help center. I don't know if there is a quick way to do this. Let me try. It says I have
I just
to.
sent you a picture. Hope it
Okay.
helps.
Okay. Thank you. It is my browser. Um. Yes, but I tried that. It was my browser. I'm trying. Can you hear me in Discord?
Hi, I do hear you in Discord now.
Great.
So cool. Okay, now we have I hope Serenade is still here though.
I think
Serenade's
when you
gonna be
talk,
our tester.
just one moment because there is something that I don't understand. When you talk,
Mhm.
the ops program detects your voice both in desktop audio and also microphone. It's strange.
It detects my voice on the microphone and on the desktop audio.
Yes, let me send you a screenshot. It's very strange. When I talk, it detects the audio in microphone only, but when you talk, it detects both. It appears like this. One moment, I'm sending a screenshot.
Mm.
And I have no idea how it's and what is happening in the stream. So you see, when I talk, only the mic aux is working, and when you talk, it should be only audio of desktop, but it happens in both.
Okay, well, Serenade, can you tell us if you can hear us both correctly before you go and eat something? I don't wanna, you know, hold you here.
And thank you, Serenades, for being here for such a long time. I really appreciate that.
I just hope everything is fine.
I will check it also when the stream finishes.
Mhm. But yeah, normally it's mostly like that, you do a Discord call and afterwards you can speak with the person while playing. If you go back to the game, can you play while speaking with me?
Yes, I should be... Okay, now I opened the game and okay, it was happening the same thing that was happening to your voice. Try to talk again.
Hello, testing 1, 2. My name is Angie. Welcome to an Amura stream.
It still happens that it appears in but Serenades is hearing well, so I don't know, maybe it is like this, but I don't understand why when you talk it works also in microphone. I don't know.
I don't know, that's weird, but
It's very strange.
maybe. But I am in your ears right now, right?
Yes,
Maybe it got worse.
I can hear you perfectly. I just don't know why you talk and the program detects that you are talking with my microphone.
That's weird for sure.
I'm thinking, but I really don't know. Serenades, you can hear her clearly, or the echo is making it impossible.
Do you mean me or Serenades?
I mean to Serenades, if Serenades can hear you well, even with the echo. And thank you for this testing. This idea is very nice.
Yeah, it's gonna open a lot of possibilities, right? So
Indeed, especially for talking about art.
yeah, this is what you wanted to do in the first place. So
Of course.
yay. So it's a pleasure to know, to speak with you for real. You know what
Yes.
I mean?
Yes, it's a pleasure for me too. Thank you very much.
All right. So I'll let you up to your stream, and let's do this, for real sometime. All right?
Yes, of course. And anyway, I think I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish the stream anyway because I'm already almost 2 hours.
Oh, you're right. Eh? That's been a while.
Yes, I wanted to finish this game today, but it has taken longer than I thought. So I will finish it tomorrow or someday. And
All right.
Angie could be a little louder. I'm thinking. Yes, I think the problem with Angie, I think there is a problem with this, and it is that as Angie is sounding with the desktop, if I am playing the game,
Hello,
and
testing 1, 2.
yes, if you talk when I am with the game, most likely you won't be heard very well because let me try. I have put now the desktop audio at the same level as the microphone audio. Try to talk now.
Okay. Hello, testing 1, 2. Can you hear me? I am Angie.
Now you should sound louder. Then the only solution to
Oh, I I think I understand. Are your game coming from your
From the desktop, yes.
speakers?
Yeah, yes, it comes from the speaker, but even if I am using earphones, it comes from the desktop. So if I play the game and you talk at the same time, it uses the same channel. So the only solution for this is to manually decrease the volume of the game. Maybe I can do
Oh
this
yeah,
in the mixer. Yes,
that's much better and no echo.
yes, I can decrease the sound of the game in the mixer. Let's try now, just for testing.
Okay, testing 1 2. Hello, I'm Angie. I'm
Serinade,
glad to be.
Serinades, can you hear her and the game all at the same time clearly? Or I should decrease the volume of the game even more? Try to talk again, Angie, so there are more
Oh,
testing.
hello. I will talk for the sake of it. I'm Angie, and I play games, and I'm an amorous friend.
I think it's will be fine. I could hear you fine, but not sure in the stream.
Cool. Okay, so we managed it. Told you. Told you
Yes,
we'll find a solution.
it was a very nice solution.
Game is quiet, but that's fine.
Game is quiet, so maybe
Yeah, this is
maybe the sound of the game is too much low. But I don't know. In my audio mixer, the desktop audio is like at half of it, only with the sound of the game. So.
I see.
Well, Serinades, do you hear any music? I can hear my voice. And I think it comes from your microphone, Angie.
Well, I unmuted your stream and I can hear us both.
Let me give it a try. Hello,
Yeah,
I'm
it seems to
testing.
properly work.
Hello, I'm testing. Now I don't hear my voice. I don't know why before I hear my voice.
Oh, you mean you don't hear your voice in your
No,
headset?
I mean that I heard my own voice coming from the audio that is coming from you. Do you understand?
Oh, that's weird.
But now it's worked fine, so I don't know. Nice, that's very nice, Serinades. Thank you very much. So I think we made it, and
Yes.
I think I'm going to finish the stream, but I want to rate someone. So please stay 2 minutes. So I can rate someone, and then that's all. And thank you both for staying for all this time. I really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, friend.
Thank you. So let's see. Okay, I'm just this is going to like you, Serinades, because I'm going to rate a person that is playing Angband. So you will like it. But just a moment. Okay. I was checking his name. Also, maybe you know him already, probably. Just 1 second. Okay,
Are you still
Ah,
here? Okay,
yes.
yes.
Now the raid starts. I hope it is well. Did you get the? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna raid the Hytyrol Place game.
Yes. It's my computer.
Oh, I'm having an error on my side though.